action to our actions, we may get back like 100 times or 1,000 times stronger than the original action. Like if we give food to an animal, we may get food back 100 times. Or if we feed a normal person, we may get back food 100,000 times or something. Mm-hmm. Or also for bad actions, we may get it back 100 times worse. That was my understanding from reading, in reading some of the sutta.
How do you understand?
The question?
Yes. No. Answer.
You see? I actually was surprised. I was actually surprised to hear this information coming as new, but then I suddenly remembered that I also heard it before. And when Elizabeth is asking, in accordance to the teaching of Sayadaw, that he says action and the same reaction, while the example that she's given is that what we do we receive multiplied by many times back, then I see there is no contradiction. Sayadaw doesn't mean the same amount, the same quantity. He just means the same type of happening will occur in your life. So action, and because he is emphasizing the action always. He always emphasizes the, not I, not someone, but the effect itself. So be it in the same amount or more, and how much more, it doesn't matter. What really matters is how the karma works, whether it is wholesome or unwholesome. And we try with the practice of meditation to develop as many wholesome qualities as possible. So I don't think we should focus on the quantity of the bad or the good, which doesn't mean that the information that you are telling is wrong. It can only kind of increase our awareness, and maybe if for somebody it is not enough to understand that if you are doing wrong, you will be experiencing what will be painful for you, then it is good to say you will be experiencing it even more. But the idea is that what you plant, this is what you will reap. I understand like this.
I guess I'm asking like how it can happen like that all the time.
nhau dễ lo được nhau mình đi lao động xong rồi
You know, maybe just trying to feel how it can happen, because the result of the karma is not based on one particular condition. There are many conditions and many causes, many karma moments from before, not only from one particular happening. So to have the occurrence of the current happening, this is why we say that the karma is very complicated, that it is not easy to know, to understand, and to observe. We cannot observe just karma easily as one thing done and one thing happening. There are many, because whatever is happening is not something real. This is just the sankharas, this is just the impermanent nature of many happenings of the mind, of many moments together. So this, I understand that it multiplies because many moments come to happen together. The mind carries already this potential of ignorance with greed and anger. So those greed and anger, they will just happen consecutively in one moment after another. And wisdom won't be able to penetrate and come and be stronger. So whatever is happening, as we say, as powerful, as strong, is not really powerful or strong, because there is no something whole or real. This is just the repetition, the frequency of repetition of many mind moments with the same quality, with the same characteristic. So it means that what was done before will now give many moments like this, and this will be more powerful. This is what makes sense to me. I told you.
I've asked AI.
What is?
What is the answer? Oh, I put it here so that you don't have to go around it. I thought Sanador was searching in AI.
Yes, because that is the teaching of Buddha. So it is important not to teach in different way. I already listened about teaching, but I didn't remember detail. So that's why whenever we are explaining about the teaching of Buddha, we need to be careful. If we make mistake, there will be complaint for sure, because many educated monks know about Buddhist literature. That's why that's why I rarely teach directly about the teaching of Buddha. Even if I teach about Dhamma of Buddha, my teaching may not be the same as the understanding of the
Or
traditional Buddhism. If so, there will be conflict or argument.
But I'm interested in your understanding about it.
thinking, I tried just to understand how it can be from the point of view of Dhamma. Also, this is not what I remember. What I said was just trying to understand.
Let me share my understanding about her question. Yeah, Sarah, you're right. In the Buddha's literature, it has about the explanation of the action and reaction. Like whenever we do the good deeds, one good deed, the reaction of that good deed maybe more or less. In the literature, as an example, whenever we put a seed into the ground, from that seed, growing a big tree, so many fruits and so many seeds are coming out as a result. That is the explanation in the Buddhist literature. What I had in my childhood life, we already understand about the explanation according to the Buddhist literature. But now let me say about my own understanding to this action and the same reaction. About the action and the same reaction. That understanding came from your teaching, honestly. Let me share about that point. In the case of action and the same reaction or action and the reaction, if we focus only on action and the reaction, it is very difficult to understand, or it is very difficult to believe if we put one action, so many types of if we put one action, so many types of reaction come back. That idea may be very difficult to accept or to believe if we focus on the aspect of action and the reaction only. But now what I'm understanding about the question is instead of focusing on the action and the reaction, the understanding about the power of the mind that makes an action. It's unlimited, it's uncountable, it's unmeasurable. For example, if I have to someone I will receive back the has from someone in the future is sure, ensure. But if we focus from the aspect of helpingness, we are very used to calculate if I put one amount of happiness, I have to take back the same amount of happiness from the other. Her question is, whenever we put an effort, why we receive back different amounts of happiness from the other? So, what I understand is the happiness that create with a mind, happiness mind, or a mind that going to fulfill to the other is immeasurable and counterbalance. So from the understanding of vignette, it is very difficult to understand whenever we put one, why we receive many. That from the understanding of Brahmata way, it is very easy to understand that phenomena. That understanding, my understanding about that is come from your teaching about every action or every reaction, not every reaction or every action or every reaction, but from the mind that create those action and reaction.
From the power, as you said.
Yes, the power, not only the power, but also the stability and clarity of the mind. It is uncountable, it is unmeasurable, unlimited.
Mind has no boundary.
Yes.
I want to share something else that I understood when Tora gave an example of the tree growing from the seed, I remember also the explanation using this metaphor that when the seed starts growing, this is a small plant, but when it becomes a big plant, we reap the result of the tree not only in the same fruit, but we can use the shade that the tree creates, we can use the leaves that are falling and we can use them like for making fire, for cooking, or whatever. We can use the branches of the tree, like leaves maybe for composting, branches are for burning, making fire. I don't know. We can play, the children can play and climb on the tree. The insects can come and can take the pollen from the flowers and then make honey for us, and many types of the benefit of the tree that is coming from that seed till it comes to the real same fruit that we can also enjoy or not enjoy, depending what action we planted, and then that very fruit will give also a seed. So this is how that action can be multiplied by many different types of benefit or unbeneficial conditions. If we speak like in the concepts of created truth, like he says, piña.
concerned with teaching of Buddha. Some of the teachings are sure to be direct teaching of Buddha, but some of the teachings are not much sure. Because of practicing meditation and doing all kinds of good deeds limitlessly, I came to understand some of the teaching about cause and effect, the truth of selflessness, the truth of vipassana meditation are sure to be the direct teaching of Buddha. But some of the teaching are not sure to be direct teaching of Buddha or not. There are still now, there are some of the educated senior monks like Bajut Siaro in Myanmar. So if we ask to them, we can get the most reliable answer. But in my side, I used to do good deeds practically to know the effect or consequence of dana. I used to emphasize to donate or help to everyone, not only meditators, not only monks or nuns, but also human beings, animals. But I used to do naturally or accordingly, not forcefully or intentionally. Because of practicing meditation, I have strong desire to solve the problems of the meditator. In this way, I started practicing meditation continuously and seriously. At that time, I was only 29 years old, and I could survive by myself. As a young, educated businessman, I don't know I need to practice meditation because I was busy with my own business. if I didn't practice meditation, I will not understand the difficulties of the meditators and meditation teacher and meditation center. In this way, I will not be a full-time meditator, meditation teacher and founder of meditation center for sure. Only by practice, I came to know more and more clearly and deeply about the consequence of dana or giving or donation, sila or keeping moral preset, morality or bhavana or concentration and practicing concentration and vipassana. When I started practicing meditation, I already had the ability of doing business practically. When I was graduated from the university, I was not much practical, just theoretical. Most of the education system is just paying more attention on theory. I was not graduated with economics from the university, but I became a skillful businessman because of practicing by myself, by learning about the present and past well-known meditation businessmen. Besides, I dared to establish my own business. In order to do my own business, I had to detach from my parents. That's why I got the chance to rely fully on myself. Because of daring to stay alone by myself, I was free to do my own business. In this way, I became really practitioner in business. So when I started practicing meditation, I dared to learn freely and I dared to practice freely. I was at the time I was practicing not only as a meditator but also as a meditation teacher, because I was not afraid of the leader or teacher. That's why I dared to learn directly from the former meditation teacher. Besides, I dared to learn directly from Buddha by learning Buddhist literature. Although I learn teaching of Buddha and Sangha, I pay more attention on practice. I will combine learning and practicing and sharing or teaching together. Because as a student and as a businessman, I used to do like this, not only for learning, education and business by myself, but also sharing or teaching to the others at the same time. That's why when I started practicing meditation, I dared to practice freely and teach freely, teach or share freely like this. That's why I will, besides at that time, there was not a live well-known meditation master. Most of the well-known meditation master already passed away. That's why I didn't get the chance to ask the question directly like this. Therefore, whenever I try to ask the question, the answer is, you do it and you will understand. That is common answer by most of the meditation teacher alive at that time. In this way, I have to do good deeds continuously and seriously to get the answer. My good point is, I was careful to detach from my parents, from the house of my parents, from my brothers. That's why I am able to practice meditation and doing all kinds of good deeds, including keeping precept with detachment. Because of staying by myself to do business, I was able to detach from my parents. If I stay together with my parents, it was difficult for me to detach my parents from my mind because of staying alone and running my own business with the employees and customer seriously. I have no time to think about my parents and my two younger brothers and my friends also. if I dare not what business seriously, I will be difficult to detach from the others. Because of doing business and practicing meditation with detachment, I was free. Concerned with donation or charity job, I used the teaching of Buddha. That was, if the living beings know about the consequence of donation as much as Buddha understand, we are sure to donate without eating by ourselves also. So donation to other living beings is really invaluable, because of understanding the teaching of Buddha like this. I dare to donate or help not only the not only the human beings, but also to the animals. But I myself is busy to feed the animals or to take care of the animals, but because of establishing meditation center of my own, I am receiving more and more family members of the Power Center, like you and like the other volunteer or meditators here. That's why I can do many things by using the family members of the Power Center. Some are not family members, but they are also supporting to the Power Center and to me. That's why the Power Center can survive and develop for over 18 years continuously. That's why I'm receiving donation, all kinds of donation from the society. Continuously. That was because of donating continuously and seriously. Limitlessly. The Power Center and I and receiving all kinds of donation. That was because of using all kinds of donation using nearly all kinds of donation, especially for all living beings, including Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. I have been doing all kinds of good deeds for over 25 years continuously. That's why we are receiving the consequence of doing all kinds of good deeds. But I'm difficult to explain to the other. By staying and doing good deeds together like this, you can understand by your own experience. But difficult to calculate. If I was trying to explain, I donated one apartment and one car and some investment of my business and my life. From 2021, 2001, 2002 till now, I have been investing only this. That was all my belongings at that time. But now there are over 23 years, and the Baba Center, there more and more new Baba Center increase. More and more family members or donors and volunteers of the Baba Center are increasing more and more. That was because of I already invest my life and all my belongings for Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, for all living beings, including Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Besides, I was careful to use all these investments for all living beings, including Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Whenever one volunteer or meditator increase or donor increase, whenever there was one meditation center appear, I try to use only for all, limitlessly. That was really difficult. Till now, some of the people are willing me to do good deeds with limit. Doing good deeds beyond limits is really dangerous in their side. But in my side, that was natural. I never stopped to do good deeds, doing good deeds limitlessly from 2017 now, when I was alone, without my own meditation center, my doing good deeds was limited. I don't have my own follower or disciple because of not having my own meditation center or monastery or follower of Dhamma family like this. I have to do good deeds only with limit. because of my own experience of limited good deeds, I'm trying to do good deeds limitlessly. In this way, I'm trying to establish one new full-time meditation center. In 2007, after that, I came to understand this is the best way of doing good deeds, not only for me, but also for everyone. If I dare not open full-time meditation center, and if I dare not use full-time meditation center limitlessly, I will not understand like this. Most of the people are not doing like this. That's why they don't understand like this. Only when there is cause, there will be effect. There are limits in most of the monastery and meditation center. That's why I'm trying to use my life and my own meditation center to do good deeds limitlessly. No limit of good deeds, no limit of time. No limit of situation. Even in COVID-19 pandemic time, we continue to open the power center. Although there is civil war in Myanmar till now, I dare to continue opening meditation center. This is the power of doing good deeds limitlessly. But I myself will emphasize to teach meditation or to share experience or answer the question like this, because this is the greatest donation. Dhamma Dana is the greatest of all donation. But I'm not rejecting donating food, medicine, land, water, electric, building, but I will pay more attention to share Dhamma like this. That's why I can share or teach more and more, deeply and clearly. You just dare to do good deeds, like me. In this way, you can understand like me. This is teaching more practically. I'm teaching or sharing or answering the question nearly all the time, but I'm also doing all kinds of good deeds continuously. By using online, I have to read the message and I have to make decision. I have to arrange to donate shelter, food, or medicine nearly all the time, together with teaching, meditation, or sharing experience like this. Because of paying attention on doing good deeds together, I can do many things. Some of the family members of the Power Center attach on animal. That's why they will take care of the animals. They will feed the animals. I just need to support land, building, or food. They will volunteer. In this way, the Power Center began one of the biggest organization in doing all kinds of good deeds limitlessly.